Good morning. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Monday. Glad you're with us to start the day. Welcome to Second Cup. Katie is off today. She's enjoying some well-deserved time off, though it seems like Katie is off more often than she's actually at work. She doesn't necessarily work that hard either. So, always well-deserved for Katie whenever she can catch a break. I am just kidding. For the people who are sitting here next to me, they're like, oh my gosh, why are you bad-mouthing Katie? It's because she's my best friend and I can. So anyway, glad you're all with us. Well, you're getting ready for the day ahead. So much that we want to dig into this morning. Number one, if you're thinking about dinner, if you are considering a healthy meal for tonight, we're going to tell you how you can find a new option or perhaps a new meal that you can share with your family. And then we also want to hear from you about your sleep habits. Do you find yourself waking up at a certain point in the night constantly? For me, it's always 3 o'clock in the morning, no matter what, whether I like it, whether I don't. It's always 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'll tell you why. It's because my internal clock has been programmed such, because we wake up here so early in the morning and we're always just right out of bed, right on the money. So we'll say good morning to everyone who's here with us. Good morning to you, Peter, and Lauren is here. Linda, good morning, Mom. Felicia is here. Kelly, Sherry, Jeff Baker is here. Caleb, good morning. Megan and Howard. James is here. Anita. Oh, Anita says there's an echo, but maybe that's been fixed. Okay, Crystal, love this for you. 2:30 or 2:45, she's always up. Yep, I totally get that, Linda. I sleep about 4 hours at a time. Understand, girl. I'm right there with you. Before we get to those healthy options, though, I just want to share something very cool. So Friday afternoon, Katie and I were here. Both of us were working super late on Friday, and one of our producers comes in. Her name is Julia. She goes, oh, Ed, Grace is outside for you guys, and she just dropped something off. She's got a gift for you and Katie. So Julia comes in, and look, this is what came. Katie and Ed, Second Cup. Isn't that so cool? Grace Ferraccio, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. I promised that I would share this on Second Cup this morning when we were talking at 5:15. So we appreciate you thinking of us and thinking highly enough of us to create something like this for us. We really do appreciate you. And look, we love all of our cuppies, and we were glad that you're part of our Second Cup family. Anita loves it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It is beautiful. Linda says that's so nice. Yeah, so cute. Anita loves it. We love you guys. Thank you, Grace. You really made our day so much brighter. And all of our cuppies do, right? Like, that's what we're here for. We're all a big family and here to support one another. Okay, let's get to healthy options here in Western New York. It is Healthy Eating Week, or healthy, I'm totally butchering this.
Sure, you're good.
Healthy what eat week?
It's Healthy Options Buffalo Restaurant Week.
Healthy Options Buffalo Restaurant Week. So Ben, my man Ben in the control room, is zooming out here to reveal our special guest, Carrie from the Independent Health Foundation, and Nick from Avenue 29. So glad you're both with us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Okay, let's talk Healthy Options Eating Week Buffalo.
Yeah, so it's our second annual event. We started Healthy Options probably 20 years ago, and we work with local restaurants and food trucks, and we have dietitians that review their menus and their recipes and provide options on tweaking them to make them healthier, so lower in fat, cholesterol, sugar, and sodium.
Look, we all need something healthy these days, especially with so many more of us living sedentary lives. So Nick, tell us what you got. What's in the bag? How can we eat healthy this week?
All right. Well, Avenue 29 Foods, we do specialize in healthy gourmet cuisines. Cool. So this is kind of right up our alley. Happy to be a part of it. So for this week, we're doing our pico and chips as our appetizer. All of our salsas are prepared fresh daily, so there's no added sugars or preservatives. It's all natural food. We're going to be doing our top-selling sandwich, which is our grilled chicken and roasted tomato on ciabatta. That's going to come with a house-made basil pesto, a house-made tomato aioli, greens and spinach with balsamic glaze, roasted red peppers, and red onions.
Now, Nick, you look like an Italian man to me.
I am, yeah.
Pico, I mean, where does this come from?
So I'm very heavily influenced by the Mexican cuisine. My uncle married my aunt, who was from Monterrey, Mexico, and I went to Mexico when I was like 12. And of course, they told me, Nick, don't eat the green hot sauce. Well, what do? I eat the green hot sauce, and I got hooked on Mexican food. Cool. So I have a lot of different heritages in me between Italian, Mexican. I've worked at a Greek restaurant years ago. So I've got a lot of infusion from different cultures, and I like to mix that in our cuisine that we make today.
Very cool. Okay, so tell us about your restaurant in particular. Where is it? Yeah. What do we need to know?
So we are at 8012 Transit Road in the Premier Plaza. We're right next to the New Paulus Donuts in the corner. And we're right there on Transit Road across from the big Walmart. You can't miss it.
Okay, so how long have you guys been open?
We just opened November 4th. So
Wow.
we're a few months new in the area.
Okay, so
Yeah.
show us what all of your stuff looks like.
All
because I'm
right,
so excited.
so,
I love a
yeah.
good unboxing.
So,
Did it sound delicious
Yeah.
too?
Oh my
right?
so,
Right?
so we got you.
No. So I'm super excited.
Yeah,
To try some.
and we're doing the so here's your pico and chips. You can see
Ooh,
super
okay.
fresh.
Yeah.
If you guys want to dig into anything, got you some chips. All right, everyone loves to eat. Got you some forks for this.
The pico tapa. Okay, so Nick, so
Yeah.
tell us about your background. You've got Mexican, Italian. You sound like you've got a lot in you.
I do, yeah,
Pico.
yeah. House-made Caesar salads
It's
too.
always bound to happen here on Second Cup. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry. Go
It's all right. So yeah, background
You
is
got it.
is definitely I'm Italian and Polish. That's my heritage. I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
But food influenced, I'm definitely Italian influenced, Mexican influenced, like I said, Greek, and I even do Asian. I mean, we do all
Wow.
kinds of different infusions. I like to basically take a great culture's their foundation and just kind of play with it and work from there.
That's so cool.
So yeah, it's a lot of creative stuff that I do.
Okay, can you make gluten-free food? Because I know
We
Lauren's
do,
here. And
yeah.
Lauren is a
Actually, our chips are
gluten-free.
gluten free.
Here,
Yeah.
right?
So we use many brands that that's fresh. You can tell the difference when you got the fresh beefsteak tomatoes in there, cilantro, yeah, house seasonings.
I mean, right? I'm always looking for healthy options when I'm going out. It shouldn't be difficult. It
Mhm.
shouldn't be a challenge. It shouldn't be a struggle, right? Like we should be able to go out with your
Yeah.
friends and family, right? You hear from others.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to eat healthy, then stay home. Are you kidding me? I want to be out in the world and have fun and enjoy and
Yeah.
socialize, right? And I have so many friends and family members that are looking for healthy options, and it makes a big difference. These little things that you
Right.
can do. So we appreciate restaurants.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah. Even our dressing, our Caesar salad, all of our dressing sauces, everything's house made.
Are there other like healthy options on the menu? I mean, obviously, you
Mhm.
I'm sure have the standard hamburgers, pastas, whatever it is.
Yeah, so right now we're more like gourmet, like lunch style, and
Oh.
so we've got a lot of the pane sandwiches, like our paninis,
Mhm.
our ciabatta sandwiches, salads. We do rice bowls. So they come standard. We have like hummus ones. We have our steak one. We have a grilled chicken one. But all of that again is with healthy, fresh foods. Our grilled chicken's organic. It's all cut and grilled, fresh to make. Every order is fresh made. There's nothing that's sitting in a preservative waiting all day for you, which is super important to us as foodies and as our community. We live in a very like health oriented area in Williamsville, and people are active. People want healthy, fresh stuff. They don't want to stop at fast food places. And so we give that option to people, and it gives people an opportunity to really get new flavors in their life that they may not have had.
I got to read the comments to you because everyone's being so positive here. Paula says celiac here would love to have something other than a salad. So
Right.
there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Always thinking of the people who have those other eating issues. Lauren says, I was just about to ask that. Thank you for taking care of me. You got it. Paula says, I made plans with friends yesterday. We're going on March 21st.
Oh, nice.
Great.
So that's
Great.
wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. And Anita says, I love creative cooking. Paul is so excited again about Avenue 29. Jason said it looks delicious. The reality is that you guys have a week dedicated to healthy
Right.
eating.
Mhm.
And it's so important, as I mentioned, because a lot of people living sedentary lives. We all have high cholesterol. We all are gaining a little bit of weight here and there. But why? What's the foundation behind this?
So, I mean, March is National Nutrition Awareness Month. So it's about educating. We need to educate the public. Almost 70% of our population is either overweight or obese.
Wow.
And it has so many health issues and complications that are associated with it. Type 2 diabetes, heart disease, depression, cancers, you name it. It's, a lot of it is aligned with the foods that you eat. You hear about that, right? You are what you eat.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we need to show and have restaurants. We can't do this alone. So the health plan is trying to, showcase the restaurants that are stepping up and doing the right thing so that families can go out and enjoy something healthy and not have a food buzz afterwards, right? Like
Yeah.
they're not like, oh my
The
God,
food
get me
comas.
back on the,
Right.
the food coma, that's it. Getting on the couch and you don't want to move, right? You want to go for a walk afterwards, or you want to, play cards or play a game.
Yeah, that's been our whole thing. And my background is actually in personal training and fitness
I was going to
nutrition.
ask that question
Yeah.
next. So I'm glad that you brought it up and I
Yeah.
didn't have to.
Yeah, so I've got a background in that. So everything I've always done is like food is fuel and it's medicine for me.
Yep.
I mean, that's how I look at food, and I want it to taste good too. So that's the other thing. I think a lot of people think healthy food doesn't taste good,
Right.
and they have this kind of idea that it's going to be bland and not flavorful and you can't use things. I mean, to me, it's all about seasoning and how you work with the ingredients. So even like our tomatoes are seasoned on our sandwiches. Like
That's
there's a reason
fantastic,
why each
right.
layer has so much flavor. And that makes the difference in people enjoying healthy food and them running away from it.
I
Right.
love hearing this. Now, Paula, wondering, Nick, I thought Avenue 29 was vegan, though. Is it not?
So we have specialized in extensive plant-based cuisine,
Okay.
but once we got the restaurant, we were really excited to expand. So now we have a great line of organic meats. At the restaurant specifically is our organic chicken line, hormone-free, antibiotic-free. And same with our catering menu as well. So we have a great plant-based menu. So if you are vegan, you can come on out and enjoy an entire menu of vegan options, but we do have everything else for everybody else.
Do you think vegan eating is beneficial for somebody who is looking to slim down, to cut back a little bit? Is it a matter of just watching what you eat, or is it a matter of what you eat?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination, right? I mean, there's no one diet that fits everybody. And that's, really why I'm a whole foods based person myself. Sometimes I will gear myself towards more plant-based foods if the ingredients make sense to me, if they work out macronutritionally. But I think some people can benefit from it. And I think other people need more substantial protein. And it's all about how your body chemistry works with food.
Interesting. Well, I have no idea how my body chemistry works with food. When I'm hungry, I wind up eating. And sometimes it's the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
Okay, so Carrie, walk us through. There's an event tonight at the Northland Workforce Training Center. What do we need to know about that?
Yeah, so we have a healthy eating event tonight at Northland, and we have 13 of the restaurants that are taking part in this week-long Healthy Options Restaurant Week. And you get to come out and try for free and sample all the different items that you just did today.
We'll be there with all of our food.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
we will be there.
So you'll
Yeah.
be able to try like all the different things that these restaurants are really stepping up and like Nick mentioned, like really putting into all these different healthy flavors and fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and all these things that really make a big difference. And you talked about why do we need to do these
Yes.
things? So many people have these health complications. My daughter eats gluten-free. Her husband is a type 1 diabetic. So he is always looking for something healthy to choose and eat. So we are looking for those restaurants. We are going and we're driving and we're
Yeah.
finding them. So we appreciate you.
Yeah.
And we will market and promote the restaurants that are really doing great things because people want to try things and taste things that are delicious because then they'll come back.
Yeah.
You're right. One of your, fans said something about, I just don't want a salad, right?
Right.
I don't always want to eat salad either.
Right.
I want the crunch. I want the heartiness, but I also don't want to feel bloated and feel
Right.
sick afterwards.
Yep.
So Peter wondering, is there a link for the participating restaurants?
There is. You can go to healthyoptionsbuffalo.com and you can get a listing of all the restaurants and the menu items.
And then Paula, again, wondering where the event is
It's at Northland Workforce Training Center.
and when.
It's tonight at 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock.
And then Lauren wondering, Nick, how are you with cross-contamination? Because for a lot of people who have
Mhm.
gluten allergies,
Yeah.
it's really difficult for them to actually eat gluten-free when
Sure.
there's, a cross-contaminated.
Oh yeah. And that's the one thing we want any customer that has an allergy or sensitivity to tell us first and foremost. And we have separate preparation areas. We also prepare our plant-based food separate from where any of our organic chicken is or the cheeses that are separated. We actually have separate freezers for our plant-based items and our meat items and cheese items.
That's so cool.
So we've really taken a lot of steps to make people comfortable, whether it's an allergy or a dietary thing. We want everyone to feel safe and comfortable and get the choices and options that you want that work for you.
Okay, can I ask you a serious question? What are the
course.
spices in here? Because this is seasoned so perfectly. It's delicious. You need to try it. Are you not a
Okay.
Pico fan?
All right, I definitely am. Maybe when it's hot, I'm not so sure.
I'll give you the ingredients, but not the ratio.
Oh, fair, fine. A chef never tells the secrets, right?
Exactly. So the obvious amount is the tomatoes, white onion, cilantro, and jalapeno. Seasoning, we do salt, pepper, chili powder, and lime juice.
Is that not delicious?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
it's the quality of the ingredients. The tomatoes, when you're making a pico for anybody at home, you really want them almost like on the bordering white. You
Yeah.
want them super hard and fresh because the acidity from lime juice is going to break it down a little bit, right? And you want it to last. So you can come into our store and actually buy these. They're $6. All of our
Oh, wow.
market fresh
It's
products.
delicious. I literally
Thank you.
just bought salsa the other day and I had to throw out the entire thing because had no flavor.
Yeah,
Right. It
it's-
just tastes like tomatoes.
Thank you.
And what is it, in a jar, right?
It was like
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
it was
There's no
not.
sugars, no preservatives.
Wow.
We also do a habanero peach. We batched out fresh yesterday, which is one of our top sellers. We do a mango salsa. So we've got about 6 or 7 varieties that we roll out, every couple weeks. So all of our sauces, spices, everything's GMO-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free.
That's so cool.
So it's a market for everybody, and that's what we want.
And I love that because we're all into like eating clean these days. A
Yeah.
lot of people, especially in the fitness community, love making sure that you're right. What they're putting in their body is fuel for their bodies to grow and to continue to, make muscle, I suppose, right? Or slim down, burn
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah.
So it works out. Linda wondering, do you do non-spicy?
As far as the pico, or
Linda, as far as the pico de gallo,
or just
what-
in general,
It wasn't spicy. It
No?
tasted delicious.
it's
So,
about
right,
we call it about a
it's little
medium.
bit, right.
Yeah.
There was a little.
Yeah.
But
And then Paul is cracking up about the proprietary information that I'm trying to pester you for. It's so funny because so many of you know my husband obviously works at Rosina Food Products, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are the spices in here, Russell? And he goes, we can't tell you, like obviously they're not going to tell us, but there's somebody who's carefully measuring out what it is that goes in there. It's so funny. Anita, John, wondering, can you post the links? Maybe you can drop a link in the comments for Anita to give us the website one more time.
Healthyoptionsbuffalo.com.
There you go. And then Linda's circling back, Nick, saying that not spicy anything. So it's not more than just the pico. What else?
Oh, sure. Oh, we have plenty of options. I mean, we have rice bowls that are steak in we have a steak in the grass sandwich, steak in the grass. We have a steak bowl. We have our chicken fajita bowl, which again, the chicken isn't spicy. So if you don't want pico on the side or don't want the chipotle, we have a house-made avocado lime. We have fresh-made guac. There's plenty of other flavor that we can put on items. All of our spreads, tomato aioli. We have a fresh-made dill sauce, the roasted tomatoes, the pesto. None of that's spicy. So
Carrie,
a lot of
little
flavor.
shimmy. Like, I'm here for it, girl.
I just went out for lunch yesterday with my girlfriend, and I was looking for a great place. So I'm definitely coming out.
Yeah,
to
please
your
do.
site. So I'm interested in tasting more tonight.
Yeah,
Sandra says, hey, Nick, love your food and can't wait when you cater my daughter's wedding.
Yes, we're definitely doing weddings now. So we're super excited. We've got a ton booked out for 25 and 26. And we also do complimentary tastings. So if you are looking to get married anytime in the next couple of years, you can come on and have a free tasting. We give you our catering menu. You can choose up to 10 different options, and we make you samples of all of the food, and you come in and taste it for yourself.
Nick, you should be really proud of yourself. It's really hard to start a business, let alone a restaurant in today's climate. And to be doing this and really making sure that people are being fed healthy food. I mean, it speaks a lot about your character and about what your mindset is. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Carrie, this is so wonderful.
Yes.
It goes on all week. So if you are interested, you can check out healthyoptionsbuffalo.com. Lauren says she can't wait to go and try this food. I mean, look, this is what Second Cup is all about. It's all about bringing the community together, uplifting owners' voices, uplifting your voice. And we're so happy that we could do this. You guys are the best.
Thank
you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
for
much.
having us and marketing and promoting this.
It is our pleasure. So, hey, before we let you go, you mentioned weddings. Tis the season, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's coming up.
It is.
So how expensive is your food, I guess, for weddings?
For weddings? So I'll give you the range. So it depends on, what the spread is. We do some really cool different, we call them tapas bars. So we have a taco bar, a Mediterranean bar, we have a slider burger bar, an Asian bar. So some people come in and they want like a really cool variety of things, which is something we specialize in. A lot of weddings that are more pricier are like per plate, and you're getting like, the steak or the chicken, and you have a couple sides. So we've been able to get prices down a lot because of the way we do things. And one of the things I always ask our customers or potential customers is, what budget, where are you trying to stick to?
Yes.
And that's a really unique point that we have, is that I like to work backwards with the customer and say, where do you want to be? Pick out food you like. And my job is to create a menu within portion sizes that fit your budget for all the food you like. So there's no one size fits all with us. I've done weddings from 3,500 to 13,000.
Wow.
So there is a large range depending on how many people and what you want.
Love that.
But yeah, we like to work with everybody and just make people happy with food.
Now, do you get a lot of sleep as a business owner? Go ahead, Carrie.
No, both my children just got married this past summer.
Okay.
So,
All right,
I
all
mean, I
right.
wish I would have known more. But definitely, interesting enough, one of the restaurants that's in the Healthy Options Restaurant Week for Buffalo this week was the restaurant that we chose for my daughters and son-in-law's rehearsal dinner.
What was it?
It was Fresh Catch.
We love Fresh Catch.
I do love Fresh Catch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
A lot of great
people
stuff.
are looking for that, and the families, and her bridal party were just so thrilled that there was something that was healthy for everybody to
That's
eat.
great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear
And
that.
I don't get a lot of sleep, by the
No,
way.
okay. John, can you flip the switch? I am dying here. I am literally sweating. I am so hot.
I thought it was the pico.
Oh my God. It is so hot in the studio.
It's not that hot.
It wasn't.
Oh, geez. Thank you so much. I didn't want to interrupt and go off on a tangent, but I am dying here. Okay. So anyway, no, you don't get a lot of sleep as a business
No,
owner.
not at
Or
all.
Do you get a lot of sleep?
No, you know why? Because I'm always thinking about like the next thing and the next
Yeah.
way that we can market and promote healthy options. There's so much that goes on all year long.
And this is
with it.
actually my slow season,
So
believe it
this
or
is
not.
just
Really?
one
Well,
week of Healthy Options restaurants, but
Yeah.
all week long, you look for the orange sticker. There's Healthy Options on everything that we can do.
Well, it turns out that a lot of people are waking up at the same time every single day, and they are just programmed to do it. Do you feel like that happens to you?
I do.
It depends. Like I said, my seasons are different. My summer is crazy with events. So I'll get home at 2 a.m. sometimes. So
Wow.
waking up at like 3 hours later to get back to an event, that's my summer. And in the winter, my sleep schedule seems to go into like this more hibernation mode where I'm like, oh, I can sleep for a little bit. And then I got to struggle to find that middle. So
balance,
yeah,
right?
it's
Well, I'm telling you, if
it's
you're up
definitely
with us in the
seasonal.
morning, you know that it is difficult to either wake up early or fall asleep early, depending on the seasons. And they're saying that basically, if you wake up at the same time every single night, you might want to just kind of scale your sleep a little bit, move it an hour up, an hour back, try and like not burn yourself out with sleep, I guess is what they're saying. And maybe that's not the most eloquent way of describing it, but basically it's adjusting how you're sleeping so that you're not just waiting until you're like not really tired anymore to get to sleep. Does that make sense to you?
I always ask Alexa to put on calming music for
Thank
me to
you.
put me to sleep. So
I do the book reading. If I'm
Oh,
not,
that too.
yeah, if I'm not totally ready to hit the sheets, I'll read for,
There you go.
15, 20
Right,
minutes.
and then put you to
Yeah.
sleep.
Otherwise you're just laying there and you're restless. And then
Yeah.
it's like, why am I'll get up and work.
Anita
If I-
says I have a 3:30 bathroom date. Oh my gosh, we're all right there with you. Brittany says, yes, unfortunately, the body clock does ring loud. Jason, I wake up at various times to go to the bathroom. Diane, 4 to 5, date with John. Love it. What kind of book are you reading?
I've got a bunch, man. It's anywhere between money and finance books to sometimes it's just autobiographies are kind of my thing. I like reading about, I've read the story of Steve Jobs, just autobiographies, famous people, successful guys.
Love it.
Yeah, inspiration's good.
Carrie, you got a book that you're reading right now?
So my daughter just gave me a couple of books, and she's the new author that's out. Colleen, oh my goodness, I can't think of it. Does anyone know?
Help.
But they're romantic, like
Cute.
Oh,
yeah,
so you do the
drama
romantic,
kinda, yeah.
the sob story. I guess,
Everyone's
yeah.
always got their genre, right?
It just takes your mind away.
It does. I'm a James Patterson kind of guy. So
Okay.
I'm reading this book called 12 Months to Live right now. I think Aaron read it actually. And it's so good. It's so hard to put them down. And they're quick reads. So they might be like 500 pages, but you can get through it really, really fast. I love that. Colleen Hoover.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shirley. knock
That's
her off.
quick.
See, there's always some really
Two
good
books I read so far from her. So yeah, she's good.
Carol, good morning to you. For years, 6 a.m. built-in alarm. I know. Oh, and then Jeanette says tea before bed is the worst habit to get into. It's worse than wine. I'll tell you, like anything before bed like that, I'm always up. I always have to pee or something like that. And it just, it gets to the point where you're like, okay, what am I doing to myself? Do I put myself to bed or do I just want to be up? It's so annoying. Linda says, hey, we should do a cuppy show at 3 a.m. Let me tell you something, Linda.
Oh,
When I walk in
hilarious.
here or wake up at 3 a.m., it's not pretty. Do you ever look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh,
like,
is
what happened?
happening? Yeah. Like all of a sudden overnight you become a gremlin and you just look terrible. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Katie is going to be off all week. And don't forget that you can check out Healthy Options Week Buffalo.
Yes, you got it.
And again, we have that link for you in the comments. Thank you again to Grace for posting this or sending us this beautiful picture. We appreciate you, Grace. Peter, let's say we did, but no. Talking about a 3 a.m. show.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't that be god awful?
Well, then the problem is people would watch you and never want to go back to bed. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope
The
we're
early alarm
entertaining.
clock.
I hope we had fun.
I think you are.
Nick, give us one more time where you are, the
Yeah.
hours of operation.
Yeah, sure. So we're at 8012 Transit Road, Premier Plaza, right next to the New Paula's Donuts. And our hours, actually, we extended them this week. We're open 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Until Saturday. And then Sunday is 12 to 5.
Wonderful. Okay, well, let me show you this forecast here because if you are, I don't know that I can. Aaron, can we ask Aaron to put the 7-day in here so that we can show everyone the forecast real quick? Thank you very much, because today is going to be one of those great days to get out and enjoy a really healthy meal.
Beautiful.
Great day for a salad, great day for some pico. This is a 70-degree day,
Nice.
record breaking.
Wow.
You can't beat that kind of weather. Take a look at this. We are rocking and rolling into the week.
Oh,
Love
what,
that for us.
everybody's moods will change, right?
Right?
Just
Oh,
so
yeah.
much more
That's
happier.
it. That vitamin D hits.
Yes.
And then Peter kind of putting the period at the end of the sentence for us. I assume Paula's Donuts is not on the participating restaurants list, but we
It
do
is
love
not.
Paula's. All right, everyone, we got to get the show on the road. Thank you so much for being with us. And Nick and Carrie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you
as well.
very much.
Have a great day, everyone.